Alright, guys. Welcome back. It's time for the Max Savage Chronicles episode 22. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I need to clear content out. I'm back working at the office, and I don't have the mornings free to do this anymore, so I'm going to try and get as much content as I can. I'm done here in the next 30 minutes or an hour if I have a full hour. We'll see how far we can get. I'm supposed to go out and kill this Adam Toyce. Not kill it. I'm supposed to grab an Adam Toyce egg, but I'm assuming that I'm gonna have to kill the parent or whatever laid it. It's out this way. So let's get this going. I've been playing on my alt character in the free time, because I can only do so much at this stage in my MSQ. We're currently at level 30, so let's see how far we can get. Alright, there's the egg. I'm watching the Righteous Gemstones on HBO. Great TV show, hilarious. It has John Goodman in it, and then the dude from Eastbound and Down, what's his name? Danny McBride. It's a hilarious TV show. Check it out if you get a chance. So we got the egg, and let's see what's next. Yeah, great show. Really good show. I just watched the Project Adam on Netflix. If you guys have Netflix, it's with Ryan Reynolds. Watch that movie. Really good movie. Alright. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place by your continued presence. I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end. Alright, yeah, I do. Here's the egg I promised. Aha, such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan. I'm gonna move to my game chair. It's closer to my bong. Alright. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Denali. In Forgotten Springs, you'll find a man named Yod Nun. Yod Nun. You don't owe him nothing, but he will be your next guide. Safe travels, Max. Alright, so let's jump over to Forgotten Springs. Well, I can't wait till I can fly on my mount. Oh, I can fly on my alt. I've gotten it up to, I think, MS. I started after I started Max Savage, but I've gotten it up to the, I think, almost 54, 55 in the MSQ. So I'm already further along than I was with Max, than I am with Max. And I can fly with my mount. Man, way better. Oh, it's not attuned yet. Ooh, where can I go? Little amigo. Ala amigo. Yeah, but don't worry. I've been just running past and skipping past every cutscene. That way, the ones that I missed the first time, the first go around, back when I first started, that way I get to experience them brand new with you. But yeah, once I can fly, this mount will be awesome. But until then, we'll use the SD Finner bike. All right. Let's see. It's 4:12 now. I probably should have at least another 45 minutes. I'm going to try to keep playing. But once my girl gets home and the dogs will start barking, the kid will be aggravating me. But we're going to see if we can't keep this going for a little bit longer. I'd like to do it for a couple hours if I could and just blast through some content. I'd like to actually do it with them here and have them banter back and forth because I think it would be, you know, funny for the show, but I just don't know if it'll be the same. I think they might freeze up. I might freeze up. Let's see, so I think I could have gone through there. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna go around. Alright, we'll have to tune ourselves to this aetheryte right when we get here. Okay, I remember this. This is the, for some reason, I haven't watched Willow in a long time, so I don't remember why this part reminds me of Willow. But for some reason, this part reminds me of Willow. These things attacking the town. I don't know why. Like this whole little, like, thing right here. Well, let's go in here real quick to find out what's going on with, Ode You Nothing. State your business, adventurer. Ha ha ha. So this is the one Weiskett sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you. Until I do, you'll receive no aid from me. Oh, well, nice to meet you too. Take the crit. Even though I don't need those usually sell for the most, at least on this server. They want you to hunt the most dangerous game. Oh, no sweat, bud. The nun I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am none. Did I miss that first part? I did. Let's see. You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that, and you did manage to obtain that Adam Toy's egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The nun I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am none. Okay. That's cool, we can go back and read that. I didn't know I could do that before, I wasn't even paying attention. So I'd skip one and I couldn't go back, but now I think I've gotten that handled. How do I get back? There we go. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes into the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That's why I claim my position, and it's why I still hold it, and it's why I will not help any unproven whelp. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert in the east lies an Amajah encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Amajah in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this, I will offer you no advice, only this worn spirit. Why you ask? You'll have to solve that riddle yourself. Now go slay this old warrior and bring me his necklace. Alright. Well, let's go slay this fucking Amajah with a rusty spear and bring back his necklace for this old cat dude, so he can not help us and send us to somebody else who's gonna talk shit and make us do some demeaning task for them. And we're off. Alright. I'm the warrior of light. I haven't the time for this. Alright. Let's go kill this Amajah. I think that's how you pronounce it. Amajah. This Grey Poupon out here. Excuse me, have you guys seen Grey Poupon? Why, certainly. He's over there. On your map. Looks like Tatooine. Tusken Raiders out here. And Banthas. Alright, there we go. Destination. I'm gonna stick this rusty spear in the ground. And see what happens. Hey, look at the sun, how the sun beams that. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Alright, so now what? I'm gonna lie and wait. Okay, we'll lie over here. And wait. Now go slay this old warrior and bring me his necklace. Alright, there he is. It must be Stone Spike Tanad Ga. Whoa, buddy. Alright. This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it's gonna hurt me. Alright, where's that necklace at? Must be that. I guess I got it. Alright, so now I should be able to be lazy and pay 100 gil to teleport back. If you're looking at my gil and you're wondering why it's so low, it's because most of it is in my FC chest. Saving it, making sure I don't tap into it. I spent a little bit on some mounts, but that was it. Everything I got at least about 24, 25 million, I think, in the FC chest. I'll have more by the time they open up the residential area. I'm doing some willing and dealing on the marketplace, and the servers are starting to pick up, so I'm starting to make some money there. Looks like I just skipped past what he said. "'Tis a fine necklace as it fits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did he discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Haha. Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek." Alright, I didn't know I needed an ingredient. Maybe I missed something. It's probably my fault. It's finally willing to tell you of the ingredient you seek. A shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a well-wicked worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but well-wicked worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on smaller creatures of the Sagali. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map along with the location where whelwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. For some reason, I think I can handle it. But thanks for your warning, bud. I'll be right back. Alright, let's see what's going on real quick on my phone. Thought I got a text message, I didn't. And now let's go kill that worm. We're looking for big worm. Big perm. So on a sad note, I talk about wrestling a lot on my show. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall were the original outsiders, the NWO in WCW. Before that, he was in WWF. Before that, he was at some different wrestling companies, and he's just been a badass no matter where he went. I know him best as Razor Ramon because I'm a WWE fan. But I watched him in WCW as well. and I guess he's had a hard life. A lot of alcohol issues, a lot of crazy issues in his life, and he's gotten everything straightened out. Diamond Dallas Page kind of helps to rehab some of these wrestlers, and he helped him out, and he's been doing real good. But I guess he had an accident where he hurt his hip. He fell and had to have hip surgery. He has a weak heart, so during the surgery he had multiple heart attacks that complicated the surgery, and it ended with him left on life support. So Kevin Nash, who was Diesel in WWE, is a good friend of his. They were longtime friends in wrestling and in life, and he posted today that they were going to be taking him off of life support. His family is going to be gathering to give their best wishes, or last wishes, I guess, and say goodbye to him. And they were taking him off life support today. And so, kind of sad, you know, really an awesome wrestler, a hero of mine when I was a kid. Not a hero, but like one of my favorite wrestlers when I was a kid. And I was really sad to hear that, but I had tweeted on, or not tweeted, but posted on Facebook, you know, R.I.P., rest in peace, Scott Hall. And the sand surrounding the angler carcass begins to something. And I guess they took him off life support 4 hours ago. But Sean Waltman, who is ex-Pac or Pac, another one of his buddies, posted that he's still alive. He's been alive for the last 4 hours. I mean, it still doesn't look good. They're still not expecting him to pull out of it, but he should have already died. And he's still alive fighting, I guess. So we'll see. I mean, it could be a miracle. It could have been a, you know, preempted RIP. I'm going to have to go on there and alter that and take that off, because, you know, that's it'd be a miracle if he survived. But miracles do happen. But real sad note on wrestling. Another sad note, I don't know if anybody watches WWE nowadays, but they have a team on there with Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E, Easy Langston, and they're called the New Day. And recently, Big E was in a wrestling match, and they did a belly-to-belly suplex. A guy named Ridge Holland, a newer guy to WWE. I think he might be from NXT. I'm not sure. I don't recognize him. But he did a really shitty belly-to-belly suplex on him outside and basically just threw him on his neck. It broke his neck, and luckily he's not paralyzed, but we don't know when or if he will return to wrestling. Scary. So kind of a bad weekend for wrestling altogether. All right, Oda Nunn. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Yes, I have. Here's some Welwick worm meat. It's funny I mentioned Willow earlier. Welwick, like Warwick. Warwick Davis was the little guy that played Willow. I don't know what you say, what they're called nowadays. I don't want to sound offensive. I don't mean to be offensive. But I think some of the words that we all used to use are not as cool as we thought they were. So I'll just say he was a little guy that played Willow. He was in all kinds of Star Wars movies too. He was Wicket, which is one of the Ewoks, and he's been in all kinds of fantasy movies. He's going to star in a new Willow series that I think is either going to be on Netflix or Prime, maybe Hulu, one of these channels. But they're doing a Willow reboot, and it's supposed to be in the future, not set in the same time period as Willow the movie. So it's supposed to take place like 20, 30 years later, and Warwick Davis is going to reprise his role as Willow, except now Willow isn't just an apprentice mage learning how to use magic. Now he's like the head of their magic or whatever for his little group of people. Anyway, Warwick Davis, Willow, I was thinking about that earlier because of that little area in town, and then Welwick, like Warwick Davis, just reminded me of Willow. I don't know why. Your skills are as a hunter or rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Max. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Weisscat. Worry not, you have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and see Whisket's counsel. Seek Whisket's counsel. But hold a moment, since we'll be meeting the captain again soon. There is something I would like you to deliver to him for me. So I guess that's what I'm doing. Maybe I forgot. It's been a minute. So I'm gathering ingredients so dude can make a banquet. And I'm trying to get him to show me how to get into some area to fight a primal, but he won't show me until I get the ingredients for his meal. Like the world, like the universe, it's in jeopardy right now. I'm the warrior of light. I'm trying to save everyone's life, but I have to gather items for this guy's fucking banquet. Wow. Weisscat is kind of a dick. Kind of a self-centered shit, isn't he? Alright, so we'll take this bag of money. Alright. Captain was always fond of this brandy wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Whisket was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that it's still the case now. Please give him my regards, Max. Well, he thinks a lot higher of him than I do, I guess. So let's go back to Costa del Sol. And talk to Weisscat. However the hell you pronounce that name. Alright. Weisscat. Well, met Max. Landedall and Odenon both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Well, I'm still trying to go fight this fucking primal. Like you forgot what this whole thing is about. My favorite, I shall have to thank you. I thank none personally. Yeah, thank him, even though I brought it here and I'm basically cooking you dinner. Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenar this time to obtain it. Alright. Bag of money. Whiskey would like to tell you about the final ingredient needed for the banquet. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the long stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak with Ozen Nazin. He will direct you to the Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. Okay. So she's been there for a while, I guess. So I sure am glad you came along, or she'd still be there for the rest of her freaking life. Go rescue her, Max. Okay, bud. You just stand there and keep on being busy, and I'll go do all this shit for you. This is absolutely my favorite place, though. You got the ocean, you got fish out there, sharks, a ship, giant crabs, flamingos. Oh, wow. Maybe I went the wrong way. I think I have to go around this. Got palm trees. Giant, scary lava statue on the back. Okay, I know where I'm at. It's like a little ferry, yep, down here. Ozen Nozen. What's the hurry, venturer? Has something happened over at the Gabi settlement? I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. Alright, bud. We're going to Raincatcher Gully. Are you coming along? Yes, I am. Alright, so I guess we are there. I'm pretty sure this is where you go when you go from Rogue to Ninja. I think it's in here. Where Bayakubu is. I think I'm gonna unlock Ninja. I can't decide. I want to unlock I want to take it slow with this character. And I want to unlock either Ninja or Samurai. And I want to do like 1 DPS melee, 1 DPS range, and then a healer. I don't like playing healer, but I kind of want to check out Sage because it looks kind of like more one of the attacky, more cool, more cool healers with all the little blades flying around. I think that kind of goes with my character, like the high-tech gunblade. I want to use Machinist for range because it's guns, you know, a gunblade. And then I want to use either Samurai or Rogue. I really like the Rogue because of the going into the shadows, going invisible. Some of the moves are just really stealthy and cool. The fighting is really cool. It looks really cool. The Samurai is more like a glamorous type, you know, character. I would say I like the idea of the Samurai, you know, code. I like the idea of the ninja code. The ninja is cool when you spit fire and, you know, do some of the ninja moves. So one of those two. But it will probably be ninja. I just really like it. I like the ability to jump off of big cliffs and like not take as much damage. They run faster. When you pull out your weapons, you get this like little sprint speed boost. All right, Brayflox, Altox. Push Scott's tongue flaps and whiskey be reaching ears. Brayflox Uplander is come for tasty, fresh Gabi treats, yes. Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beast chased Gabi flock from homes. Gabi flock needs goodly Uplander gives safety to Longstop, which much hand lending. All right. I'll have what he's having. All right, I guess this is ooh, it's a duty. Cool. Let's pop that bad boy. I don't have enough of those. But yeah, probably a ninja. I want to use the ninja, sage, and machinist. I think machinist is definite. But I want to put I want to do something with blades, and then guns. You know, gun blade. I was thinking about doing gladiator, but there's no reason to do gladiator or paladin because I'm already a tank. And samurai is cool. I like the way it looks, like just walking around, even with this suit on, with just the samurai sword on the side. Looks pretty badass. So maybe eventually I'll have to do both of them, samurai and ninja. Be a samurai ninja. But then I'm just going to be doing the same thing I did with my other character. I just did it way faster. Monk, ninja, and samurai. It was like the 3 fighting styles, right? You got a samurai, you got a monk, and you got a fucking ninja. So I guess it'd be cool to be all 3 of those. Just for like, story purposes for the character. Because I look at Max Savage, like I don't really play role play, but I'm kind of like role playing this character. It's like I want it to make sense. I want him to be a gunbreaker from the beginning. That's like his main thing. To put story behind him being a gunbreaker, maybe I'll go back and just, do a side quest, make a side stream called Max Savage Rogue Ninja, or Max Savage I Am the Samurai, and then just go through the job classes and get those up. I mean, really, you do, I think it's like every 5 levels, you'll be like a mission. And then Samurai doesn't even start, I don't think, until you're like a level 60, I think. So there's not a lot to do for Samurai, except for just run around and do like the couple quests till level 80. There's a lot to do for Ninja, I guess, so that would be better. I could probably do most of the Samurai shit in 1 episode. I think it's 50 or 60. Let me go, since I'm sitting here waiting for this to spawn, let me go ahead and Google and see what level. So FFXIV. Oh. And I'm gonna have to put on mute for 1 second because I got a phone call. Okay, so I'm Googling Samurai FFXIV Samurai level requirement. Or prerequisites. It's level 50. So to unlock Samurai, players will first need to reach level 50 and possess the Stormblood expansion. So you don't have to be level 50 in your MSQ, just be level 50. Which means I'm level 80 right now, so I would have 33, so I'd have like 10 quests to do. I think you can unlock the ninja at 10 or 15. So that would be probably the best one to do. It says level 30. Oh no, rogue is okay. That's for ninja. Let's go for rogue. I wish you could start as a rogue. Yeah, 10 class quest. That's for your class. So if you're let's say a marauder, you have to go to level 10 for your marauder class, which you have to kind of balance that with your MSQs when you first start off and your character level, because you'll try to advance, and it will tell you have to do this MSQ before you can go do the next one. So, but level 10, it's pretty quick. Like I was gonna make just a rogue character to mess around on, and I started it up in within an hour. I had it up to where I could go and become a rogue, and probably less than an hour. So I'm waiting for this to spawn. Looks like we got one DPS with us, and we need one more DPS and a healer, and then we can join up. And we're rank 16 now. For our crew, there's 42 of us. Pretty much everybody's been on in the last 24 hours. Some people play at different times because I'm actually on a server, an Oceania server, which is like an Australian-based server. I have a lot of friends from the US that play on here too. There's people from Japan that play on here. Got a couple French people on here. The majority of us, I think, are from the US or Australia. So like half of us play at night my time and half of us play during the day. That's why for me in the mornings doing these was pretty good because the time was off. In the morning I'd catch people who were still on from the night before, I guess, if that's how it works. I don't really know exactly how it works, but you'll see people on Elite or with the Elite tag just about 24/7 on this server. Even though there's only a few of us. There's only 5 or 6 of us on right now. But we had just went to rank 16 and we're about a quarter of the way through to 17. There's not much else you can do really. Like the other ranks don't really matter too much. After 20 there's really no reason to level up yet, I guess, until they add something in there. But if you go to, we had a couple of people that were just had made their character for the million and then bounced or whatever. They weren't really planned. They were doing it for incentives because it's a new server. So that's why you see a couple of those got dismissed out of there. But if you go to our entitlements, this one is an action expansion. And you would think, oh, cool, you can do 3 buffs at once. No, you can't. It just adds to the amount that you can purchase at one time and have stored. Same thing with Action Expansion 20. So really, right now I can store like 20 of them. And you can only use 2 at a time, and they're 24 hours. So these expansions are really unnecessary. It'd be cool if you could use 3 at the same time. But that's not what they're for. And so that's at 18, which we're going to hit that probably in the next couple days. And then 20 we should probably hit by sometime next week. After that, there's nothing. You can go up to rank 30, that's the max, but you don't get anything else for that. But so we got everything major unlocked: land acquisition, the chest expansion, the gear customization, the company crest expansion, so we could use but realistically the crest that we use is the same one we've been using. The Bullet Club little symbol or logo that I made. I tried to make it as close to the Bullet Club symbol in real life for the wrestling stable. Bullet Club. They have like a skull and they'll have like 2 guns. So I tried to make it look like it was a skull with, I don't know. I did the best I could. So we got the FC going. We're strong. We just have to wait until they open up the housing areas so we can purchase some land. Like I said, I got millions saved away for that. And by the time they open that up, which should be, I think, next month or the end of this month, I should have plenty enough to get us at least a medium-sized house, depending on how fast they get purchased on here. They're talking about doing an auction, a raffle. I'm not really sure how the new update's going to work as far as buying housing. You would go and stand outside and click on it, and it was just the biggest waste and most frustrating thing in the world. I've never actually successfully bought a house on the other servers, even though I have friends that have. You just have to really spend a lot of time doing it. But over here, all the residential areas will open up at one time. It'll all be open. And so hopefully it'll be like a first come, first serve type of basis to where, I think that with the amount of servers they have on Oceania, Little Worlds, and the amount of like serious players on here, I mean, I don't think it'll fill up like, instantly. I think we'll have some time. So I think realistically, I don't think there's even going to be enough people to buy every house on here with that kind of money for this server. So we shouldn't have any problem getting a house for us, which is a big deal. Because once you get an FC house, if you buy a personal house, that's just for you. If you buy an FC house, it belongs to the FC, which is there's some benefits to that, which I'll mention in a second. There's some drawbacks to that. Let's say that you bought an FC house with the FC and you gave somebody else control of the FC. If you got kicked out of the FC for whatever reason, even if you bought the FC house, that FC house belongs to the FC. And basically, the guy who runs the FC, whoever the president or highest person is ranking in the FC, kind of controls the house. Which, if you're that person, that's cool. If you're not that person, and you bought the house, and somehow or another you had to leave for a while, your friend took over, and they were just dickheads, then that's where I guess that would be a drawback. But not really that big of a deal. I don't think that happens too often on here. I know that the FC house, the reason I want to get it is for the FC members, because instead of buying it, once I buy that house, instead of them buying an apartment at one of the apartment like complex areas to where it's like all generic, they'll be able to access their apartment from a door inside our FC house. So everybody can go to the FC house, and then from there, they can go through a door and access their apartment, which will be exactly the same size, but a little bit cheaper in price. And then you can access it from the FC house. The FC house will be something that everybody in the FC has access to, so you'd never be able to get locked out of your own apartment. So it gives you all the options of having an apartment without paying as much, and then you can access it through your FC. And essentially, it's like having a house with a whole bunch of rooms, because the apartments on this game are about as big as a room. If you go back to when I first started playing this game, and there's a little video where I'm walking around the apartment that I had. And all those apartments, there's no different sizes for apartments. They're all the same size. So essentially, it's like a giant room, or like a studio, like a studio apartment. So you'll have access to that from the main FC house, and then you can have several rooms set up for that, or you can just have rooms set up for different things for the FC, different themes. There's so much that you can do. And what I'd like to do is open up the FC house and then make it like a bar or a hangout, like they have on the servers that I come from. If you go to the Crystal server, and I know they have these on almost all the major ones like Primal and Behemoth, but if you go on there, a lot of these houses have made clubs. They've made different themes. They have DJs and bars and all kinds of hangouts and places to chill. That's just RP. It's just not RP because it's not necessarily role-playing, but it's not part of the game. It's just them making this environment. I've been to places where they had cage fights, and you could bet on the fights, and just some different things that you would never expect people to come up with on here. And so I'd like to open up some kind of like bar or hangout for everybody in the FC to chill and, kick it with each other, socialize, meet each other, because we play the game, we talk through FC chat, but they actually meet and greet and hang out. And then anybody could have their own bedroom, their own apartment off of the main house. Pretty cool stuff. But I don't know why this thing's not queuing. We have to enter this to proceed with the storyline. So I guess we're going to sit here and wait for something to happen. I was hoping to get more done in this hour than just sitting here. This is slowing us down a little bit. So yeah, we got to get an FC house as soon as it opens up, and then that's pretty much big time. If you're an FC that has a house on the other servers, and you're big time, even if it's a small house, which we should be able to get a medium. A large house would be great, but we're talking like 100 million. And I'm basically, for the most part, that's all money that I've just been saving up. And I don't know if I can save quite that amount by the time that we would need it. But once you get a house, it's easier to get a bigger house. And once you have a house, than to get a house when you have no house at all. But yeah, I have the marketplace stocked up with shit on this character. I have shit for sale on all my alts, basically. So on every character, I have multiple things for sale. And I've been putting away $1 million here, $1 million there, $1 million here, $1 million there. I have spent some money on stupid things like this. Well, this really wasn't that expensive, but the mount I have with Battle Cat is I think a $10 or $12 million mount. Maybe we can get involved in a fate. One thing I realized I don't do on this game, and I was kind of doing this with my alt character, I don't really just ever stop and enjoy the scenery. And on this game, I mean, I've seen games with better graphics, but just the amount of the amount of things to look at, and just from the background to the creatures to the sky, they really put a lot into this game. I wouldn't say it's the best graphics in the world, but they put so much into it. And then when I first got my PS5, I was surprised because it was a lot different than playing on a PS4. How far you could actually see on this game. But yeah, they really put a lot of detail into it. Make sure we feel like each environment is a different living, breathing organism. The guy's just tired. I'm gonna leave him alone. Looks like there's a fate up here. Oh, we're doing something. Alright, what do we got? Let's see how well we fare against this. It's gonna sink our level to 38. Alright. Up on some defenses. Okay, looks like we're doing alright. Kick him, stun him, so he can't use that. Then we'll do one of these. One of those. And one of those. He's pretty tough. Alright, we'll commence. Right when we go to do something, it wants to load up. Alright, I remember this one. This one's kind of annoying. For me anyway. Kind of lose direction on this map pretty easy. But I do remember this. Alright. They say we got a few new people, so let's take it slow. Oh, thank you. Alright, well I really don't know where I'm going, so I think it's this way. What do you hear, puppies? Is that Mom? I don't think she's home yet. Alright, so turn the head gate key. Go back down this way. So yeah, when I said I remember this this level or this dungeon, I remember being lost here. I remember it being annoying because I got lost, but that doesn't mean I remember how to do it. I just wanted to clarify that. Pretty sure I'll figure it out, but all right. Oops. Not paying attention. Calm down, puppies. Oh. All right. Sorry. She's got Mom's here. All right, I'm gonna put it on mute just for a second because the dogs are gonna get loud and noisy. They'll calm down in a second, but you won't hear me for a second. There we go. We beat him, guys. My girl's home. The dogs are quiet. I was eating Jack in the Box, so I just left it on mute. But I'm back now. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep on filming after this. I might just leave the mic off and see how far I can get through content. If I do, I'm going to stop the episode and we'll start up like a Monday night special. That way, everything's in normal format. I don't need it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't need that. Pass on that. Player accommodation. Give it to the healer. So me and Alaka kept us alive. I think they're a veteran. They had the veteran thing, and they really kind of walked us through. I wasn't even really paying attention because I was eating and saying hi to my girl, and the dogs were going crazy, and the kid was talking about his food and everything else. But they kind of guided us through it, so I just slowly, nonchalantly walked through, and she took us the entire way. Or he took us the entire way. So thanks to them. And then thanks to you guys for watching this episode. I'm going to start it back up, I think, right afterwards. So this is episode 22. This is the end of the episode. But I'm going to start up and do like a Monday night special and just go through the content since I haven't gotten to do it for a while. And maybe I'll talk on there a little bit, but probably not as much. It'll be like the weekend special that I did a while back. But I guess this is a good place to stop it. It's a nice little cool spot right here. Just stop and take a picture of our progress. Let's see if we can get some more light on there. Ah, there we go. And I guess the moral of this episode is Jack in the Box is not good for you, but it is good once in a while. And I missed you guys. I miss doing this show every day. So I'm going to see if I can't figure out a way to be more active and do it more often. I got to get Max Savage, his MSQs up. I got to get past Realm Reborn. I got to get the Heaven Sword. I got to get the Stormblood. I got to get to all the good shit. And we're going to do that soon. So until then, thank you for tuning in. And if you want to keep watching on the Monday night special, I should be starting that up here in a minute.